We have joining us via Zoom a South African sport journalist all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa, Neville Khoza. Thank you so much, Neville, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me here.
It's great to have you. I'm sure you're smiling at this time, but what we're about to speak about, if the hammer comes so hard on South Africa. Before I talk about the hammer right now, Lesotho has threatened at this time to file a protest. They have not filed yet. They have threatened that they will file that protest against Teboho Mokoena's eligibility. This is them citing some unresolved registration and suspension issues for Mokoena. From your knowledge of the South African Football Association's internal processes, how likely is it that FIFA could actually sanction South Africa, and what precedents exist to cover South Africa in these qualifiers?
Yeah, it's a tough one because since last year, I mean, like early this year, FIFA hasn't said anything. And the fact that Lesotho didn't launch an appeal after 24 hours, it also gives them South Africa an age. So we're still waiting for FIFA just to give a result on this one, whether if they'll take 3 points and 3 goals, give it to Lesotho, or they'll keep it like that. So we're still waiting for them to decide.
All right, waiting for CAF, FIFA, Lesotho to decide if they will file a complaint or not. But
they should file it on time. Come on.
To favor Nigeria. But of course, Nigeria needs to win their games to stand any chance of qualifying. Nigeria has played 4 draws in the World Cup qualifiers, and we're talking about them wanting to win the remainder of the games. So if Nigeria does not qualify for the World Cup, it is of their own making. It's not because South Africa fielded Mokoena or not. But again, the Bafana will face Lesotho in Bloemfontein. Technically, an away game for Bafana, but still being played on home soil. To what extent does this give South Africa a competitive advantage? And does it also highlight broader concerns about how federations in Africa are managing football infrastructure and hosting rights?
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem to see other countries playing their matches away from home. I mean, like Lesotho, they have the stadiums, but they don't qualify to host matches. And then they're playing against South Africa, which is giving Bafana was sort of an age in tonight's game. I mean, the stadium will be packed. Tickets were sold like long ago for this match. So it's sad, man. We want to see other countries host their matches at home rather than playing their matches away, which give other countries sort of an edge. And so for Lesotho to play in South Africa, it's a bit sort of a worry for them, because I mean, South Africa, like I said earlier on, that the stadium will be packed. That also gives them an advantage. You know, for us in Bloemfontein, like when Bafana played Zimbabwe, that stadium was so packed, and that gives the Bafana and also a chance to win today.
All right, all things have been working together for the good of South Africa of late. Neville, I want to play the devil's advocate at the moment because it can't just be cool going forward for Hugo Broos's chances. Yes, it can't just be cool. It's football. You win some, you lose some. So at the moment, for the fact that you do not have to travel up and down because you're playing at home, you're going to play Nigeria at home, and now you're playing away from home at home. And that's a great one because you're playing at Bloemfontein. Let me tell you about something that awaits you. If the match result against Lesotho is overturned, South Africa's 5-point lead, let me show you what the standing looks like in Group C. At that top of the table, it will shrink to just 2-point lead, no more 5 points. That's if FIFA makes their decision, and Lesotho, they're very hasty to file that case. Neville, how are the team and the coaching staff from South Africa, how are they managing this uncertainty? Because I know they're talking about it. If you're not talking about it, you're also having prospects about it. They're thinking, if it happens, what happens to us? If it doesn't happen, what happens to us? And could this in any way, could it distract the players, the coaches from the performances against Nigeria and Lesotho?
I don't think so. Because we have spoken to Coach Hugo Broos about this since the issue happened. a few months ago, and it doesn't look like he's worried about losing. Even if he lose points to Lesotho, that will dampen their chances of qualifying. I mean, they feel this is their chance to qualify. Remember, the last time Bafana qualified for the World Cup, it was in 2002 in Korea. So now they have a chance of, never mind about 2010. We qualified in 2010 because we're the host. We didn't qualify for that tournament. So in this one, they feel they have a chance. So even if they lose those points to Lesotho, remember the last 4 matches they're playing, as we mentioned earlier on, that all of them, they're in at home against Lesotho, away from home today. I mean, they're playing at home even though it's an away match. Nigeria is also at home. Like Zimbabwe also will play at home, and Rwanda. So even if they lose those 3 points to Lesotho, they still feel like they have a chance in that remaining matches. If they can win, whether you win 2 or 3, then they're through, depending on what Nigeria does in other matches. So there is no uncertainty or worries about, even if you lose those 3 points, we'll lose our chance of qualifying. I mean, Bafana had today's game with their destiny in their hands. If they win, they'll put pressure more on Nigeria and other rivals. And if Nigeria fail to win, to beat Rwanda tomorrow, it makes it easier for Bafana to qualify. Even if they lose those 3 points to Lesotho, it also gives them a chance. So like I mentioned earlier on, that they've already, their last 4 matches in this qualifier, all of them are at home. So, and also Hugo Bruce, it's a chance for him. Remember, his contract with Bafana is ending next year after the World Cup. So he wants to go to the World Cup, wants to end this on the high note. So he's trying to make sure that it does all to take the team to the World Cup in Mexico next year.
All right, sir. We'll see how that turns out for South Africa, Rwanda, Lesotho, Nigeria, and all other qualifiers hoping to still make it to the World Cup if things go their way. Thank you very much, Neville, and we look forward to that one. Of course, South Africa plays later today against Lesotho at home, but away from home because Lesotho are the ones hosting that game. Looking forward to it and wishing South Africa all the best. We meet in court if FIFA will make a decision.
That's even if Lesotho also files that case.
So Come on. Wishing all the teams well. And Nigerians are praying, Lesotho, please do this for us. South Africans are saying, Lesotho, shut up.
Afrobeats must win, not Amapiano. It must win. Afrobeats must win. So let's see.
Thank you very much, Neville, for joining the show today.
The better for piano. I mean, to decide if Nigeria don't go to the World Cup. I mean, the big country like Nigeria not in the World Cup. So, but it's football, and often all the best for them against Rwanda tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much for joining.